Welcome back, everyone, to the Legalize Stalling podcast. This is episode 11. As always, I am one of your hosts, Jake Tucker, here with Skylar Crespo. Senior World Championships in Zagreb, Croatia. Men's freestyle just wrapped up yesterday. We're going to go through all the weights, all the upsets, the storylines, everything in between. So, Crespo, you got anything?
Yeah, let's get into it, man. I feel like I was kind of unprepared for our preview. I feel a little more prepared here. Didn't get to watch all of it. I've been student teaching, so haven't been able to watch all of it. But we did put on most of the American matches during class. Kids got a lesson in Levi Hayes and Trent Headley. The kids got a lesson in Helen Maroulis today. So that was pretty cool. Helen actually trains at Valiant where I teach too, so a lot of the kids know her. That's pretty cool. But yeah, do you want to go weight by weight, bottom to top?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can start with 57 kilos. I know we're going to touch on Spencer, but I don't know the name off the top of my head. I think you probably have it, but People's Republic of Korea.
Yeah. His name is Chong Song Han.
Right on. And so he beat, who did he beat in the final? I can't remember, but he was on the bottom.
And he beat KGZ, which is Kazakhstan, maybe.
Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah, Kyrgyzstan, maybe. Defeated Bekzat Almaz Ulu, 12-9.
Yes, Ulu. Yeah, so this is what happened. Ulu was on the top side with Spencer. Spencer lost in the quarter to Hartunian of Armenia. Ulu beat Hartunian in the semi. That's what screwed Spencer. That's what got him kicked out of the repechage. And then in the final, People's Republic of Korea beat Ulu. That's kind of how.
Yeah. I guess this is kind of a sidebar away from. I mean, it relates to 57 kilograms. But what about like the People's Republic of Korea is not that's North Korea 1 too. I looked it up, which is pretty funny to call it the People's Republic of Korea. But they're not always at Worlds, are they? Like I don't remember them sending. At least I don't remember them doing this well every year. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I think the girl that Helen beat in the finals is from there as well.
Yes, correct.
So, I mean, definitely not like a blue blood.
Yeah.
Country.
I had another teacher today come up, and she, not wrestler, never wrestled, doesn't know anything about wrestling, but she was curious and started like researching. And I guess if like those Korean athletes lose, like it's pretty bad for them when they go home, which is pretty sad. It's almost like you feel bad like beating them if you're wrestling them. Like you might have just literally ruined this person's life. But that's just like a weird sidebar at this Worlds is Korea kind of balling out.
Yeah, balling out, but then, unless you're the girl that lost in the finals, she's gonna have a rough trip home. She's gonna be like, whoa, what's going on? So big disappointment, I'd say, for the U.S. Having Spencer not medal. Although, I gotta be honest, and this might be a hot take, so get ready.
Go on.
Spencer's never beaten a world medalist. And Thomas Gilman last year doesn't count. I mean, it does count, but it's like, that wasn't the same Thomas Gilman.
You're saying he's never beat a non-American world medalist?
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
I guess I never noticed that. So Are we starting the Spencer's overrated train? Is that what we're doing?
I'm not overrated. I like Spencer. I think that the kid has had a tremendous amount of pressure put on him, especially being in Iowa.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like they don't even follow the world circuit, but they're like, well, it's Spencer Lee. He's the best in the world. Like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, they're just not saying that they're all casuals, but I feel like a lot of them are. Spencer, I think he's got to either make some changes, maybe a move to a different RTC. I just don't think it's gonna. If he stays in Iowa City, it's just that'll be it. He'll make the world team beating Lillidahl, and that'll be it.
I think that's a fair point. I think he's so like Brands wired that he's probably too stubborn to leave. If that was even a thought in his head, which it probably isn't. But I think you're right. I like. I mean, he's not. People aren't getting better at Iowa, realistically. Like they are to an extent, but not to the extent that they need to. If you want to be a world champ or whatever, Olympic champ, like these high aspirations, they're not getting guys there right now. So something does need to change. I agree. Will it change? Probably not. Like I said, I think he's going to stick it out there. Another point I want to touch on, I guess I have to eat my words. I know they didn't wrestle, but my roommate was big on RBY doing well at this World Championships, doing better than Spencer. He thought he was going to beat Spencer I think they were supposed to wrestle in the semi or the quarter, or possibly could meet in the semi and quarter. They didn't wrestle, but RBY killed it. I mean, he didn't medal, but he wrestled Hartunian, and he wrestled him a lot closer than Lee did. Yeah. I think he technically took 5th, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, great tournament for him, a guy that went 0-1 at the Olympics, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so first Worlds for RBY. I want to see those two wrestle again. I mean, you can go back and watch it. I think they wrestled in March or February. Spencer kind of handled him, but it looks like RBY is jumping levels. So.
Yeah, it does. And you know what? I wasn't totally surprised by RBY maybe outperforming Spencer. Seems like he's seems like the type to go into every competition with a game plan, and he is a gamer on top of that. And I feel like his ceiling is higher than Spencer's.
Yeah, and I think I can agree. It's just like offense. Like, how much offense does Spencer have? It's Iowa. It's the same Iowa thing. They wrestle defensively now, and it's just not. It's not going to work to me. And that's very armchair quarterback of me to say to some of the best wrestlers in the world. But you got to be able to score, like you have to. And like you said, I think the way he's training, Spencer's ceiling is kind of low right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I also just mentioned like maybe RBY's ceiling is higher because he is like, I feel like his quickness and his like athleticism, like as they get older, is going to benefit him. Whereas when you watch Spencer Lee wrestle right now, it looks like he's kind of like a robot. Like there's not much like.
Yeah. It's not fluid. It's not fluid. It's not as smooth as RBY. He's not fast on his feet.
And granted, like maybe a few years ago when Spencer Lee was in college, he was fluid. But I get it. Like there's injuries and there's different things that happen, and you lose that. And I think that's kind of what's happening right now.
And maybe that's a big part of it too, is the injuries. Like this is a guy that's had multiple ACL surgeries. Before he graduated college, like that stuff catches up to you. Like it catches up to NFL players. It's going to catch up to wrestlers too. Yeah. And maybe that's a big factor. I don't know. I feel like we're kind of hating on Spencer right now. I'd like to see him make a comeback. Like I wanted him to win. Like he's American. Like I'm going to root for the American every single time. But, and you said earlier, like he's going to keep beating Lillidahl. Like I don't know if he is. Like Lillidahl is getting better. Like if Spencer's reached his ceiling, maybe Lillidahl's going to catch him.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. And you know what? You were kind of the one that pointed it out to me that Lillidahl did look good in those matches. So I feel like he did. I don't know, a few more of those.
And he's probably 19 right now.
Yeah, he's a young
20 maybe.
Yeah, he's young. Speaking of young, do you want to move forward?
Yeah, we can go to 61.
61. Okay. What is his first name? I believe it's Zavar Yuguyev, right?
Yeah, Zavar.
Was the gold medal winner. I think this is like his 6th total, right? But there was like a big break. Or wait.
I think this is his first one at 61.
Yeah. Because he was always at 57. But he had like a big break. Like he hadn't won a gold medal at either the Worlds or the Olympics since like it was a long
22,
time.
I want to say, or something like that.
I think 22 was when Stevan won it.
Okay, so
Or maybe that was 23. Yeah, that was 23. I don't know that. Maybe 22. Um, but yeah, Yuguyev kind of balled out. I mean, he definitely balled out in the finals against Iran. Just kind of ran through that kid. He beat Jax in the semis. So Jax Forrest made the semis. And it was a good match, honestly. I think that there were a couple exchanges where like Jax's kind of like slop that would work on 90% of the population, like kind of got him in trouble.
yeah, 100%. But I think that's part of the age. You know what I mean? That's stuff you got to learn. You have to do it wrong before you can do it right.
Yeah.
Amazing performance for like your first world championship as a 19-year-old.
Yeah, I thought he looked great.
Yeah. And I just looked it up. It's even actually older than that. Aguyev hadn't won a World or Olympics since 2020 in Tokyo. Technically 2021, but
Yeah, okay.
but yeah, I mean he pushed Aguyev to the brink. Like this is the guy that just won the world. This is the guy I mean he's a legend. Let's be real. Now may he be past his prime, maybe, but he's still pretty dang good. He won a world title.
Yeah, so then Jax goes to the bronze medal match against who was that?
Let's see. I got it right here. That was sorry, I'm scrolling. 61 was Hassan Geldi from KAZ. That's probably Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan, yeah. Yeah, so crazy match. Actually, Jax was winning. He was up a few points with about, what, like a minute to go. Got kind of in like a flurry where he was going for a crotch lift. And I just couldn't get the leverage, and it actually ended up being the other guy's points. So, like, this is kind of the trend with these young kids. I feel like it's like he was like a flurry away from being a medalist at his first senior world championships.
If not a finalist.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. The whole end of that bronze medal match for Jax is why I hate freestyle. It's so subjective. There's always a challenge. There's always a break in the match. Like there's always a call that everyone's debating. It's just frustrating. I think it was probably the right call. I don't think Jax got his singlet pulled necessarily, but I don't know. Just the back and forth. It's just very frustrating to me. Like 1 second, the guy thinks he's winning, and now he's on the shot clock, and now he's down 4. And it's too much. It's too much for me.
Yeah.
Especially when it goes against the guy you want to win. That's when it really frustrates me. But
right.
Hey, how about too? We didn't even talk about this before he got to Aguyev. He
beat Japan, Saka.
Yeah, Suda. 7-2, which is, I mean, I didn't get to watch the match, but 7-2 seems pretty handily.
Yeah, 7. I think that was one of the matches that was at like 4 in the morning, right?
Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't get to watch it either. I mean, the kid's ready. He did a lot better than I thought he was gonna do.
1,000%. 1,000%. Yeah, he's very ready. And he's still in high school, man. He's still got another year.
I know. I mean, at that point, like, you know, there were kids that weren't as good as Jax Forrest that like bypassed their senior year just to go train.
Exactly. But also, it's not like he has bad training partners where he is. And it seems like he's in Stillwater all the time. I don't know, but you could full-time move to Stillwater. That is a good point.
Yeah, I guess that's true. He is working out with Bo Bassett, so. I wonder how those matches go in the room.
I was talking to some guys about that. I'm excited to watch him wrestle in folk style in college for different schools. That would be amazing. Like that, regardless of winner, regardless of what schools, like that would be a crazy match.
I think Jax is gonna fill out.
I think so too.
I think he's gonna be like a 49-pounder.
Yeah, like 41, 49. But so is Bo.
Yeah. But I'm saying like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Do you think that Jax will eventually move up, and I agree. He's got a big frame, and he's still in high school. I mean, he's probably still growing, still maturing. Um, but I wonder too, like how those matches go, because it's not always the best competitor that's gonna win, like in the room. You know what I mean? Like sometimes somebody just has their practice partner's number. You know what I mean? Like maybe Bo's always beating Jax. Like that is a real possibility.
Right, but I feel like the storyline that I always hear is like, well, he always beats him in the room, but like when they wrestle in matches, if they compete in like a tournament, then it's like the opposite. It's like a kryptonite kind of thing.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. And some guys are just like that. Some guys are bums in the room, and when they put on that ankle band, they're a gamer. You know what I mean? They show up.
Yeah.
And not to say he's a bum in the room, but
All right, you heard it here. You heard it here first. Skylar Crespo called Jax Forrest a bum.
and I quote,
All right, let's move up to 65.
let's do it.
Um, Real Woods is a world bronze medalist at his first senior world championships. I got to be honest, we were texting a little bit about this beforehand. We totally wrote him off, especially being in 65 kilos, like arguably the deepest weight. And we were just like, well, hopefully, he wins a few matches. He went out there and did the damn thing. And he looked good.
100%. Yeah, I mean, he placed at 65 kilograms where U.S. has like struggled historically. I think I saw a stat. It's like the third time we've had a placer since 2000 at a World or Olympics at that weight, which is crazy thinking about some of the guys we've sent. I mean, we've sent Yanni. Yanni got a silver, didn't he?
At Worlds?
Yeah, Yanni went and got a silver, didn't he?
Yeah, a few years ago, but he lost to Hamuzad in the finals.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess Yanni's not a good example, but we've sent a lot of guys. I mean, guys that had better NCAA credentials than Real Woods, that's for sure. I mean, This guy who hasn't won an NCAA title, and that sounds bad, but obviously we know how hard it is to win an NCAA title.
Well, we were talking around when we were covering Final X, and after he beat McKenna, we were like, dude, this is a different Real Woods than we're used to.
Yeah, 100%. More exciting, more offense. And back to what we were saying about Spencer, because he got away from Iowa. I mean, that's my take on the situation. But who knows? I mean, I don't know more than Tom and Terry Brands, that's for sure. But
I don't know.
He looks better.
It's close. No,
we're splitting hairs here.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. He has looked way better since he's left Iowa, and he looked amazing. Like this is the best we've ever seen him wrestle.
Yeah, just to touch on 65 kilos, I guess we should talk about the finals. Hamuzad versus Kiyo Oka from Japan. Rematch of the Olympic finals in Paris. Hamuzad basically dug an underhook the entire match and jacked him up like he owed him money. And just dominated him. Which a lot of people thought was going to happen. A lot of people thought that was going to happen in Paris, too. Paris was definitely an upset.
Yes.
Kiyo Oka winning. Sorry, it's kind of hard to say his name.
Kiyuka?
I thought it was Kiyuka, but they were pronouncing it Kiyo Oka.
Kiyo Oka. Okay.
Yeah, Kiyo Oka. But yeah, dude, Hamuzad looked amazing. He could be king of 65 kilos for the next few years for sure.
100%. I mean, he texted Kiyoka. How do you say it? Kiyokia?
Kiyo Oka.
Kiyo Oka. I mean, he texted him in 2 minutes, like in the World Finals, and like you said, it looked like Kiyoka had nothing for that underhook, like when it was like he was scoring at will almost.
Yeah, it did. It really did. Yeah, I was definitely excited for 65 kilos just because of that matchup. And then, it was like cool watching it in the finals. I wish it was like a good match, but nevertheless, it was like such a dominant performance that I was like, holy cow,
Right. The thing I worry about, and I think we've struggled with this problem in America for a long time, I feel like sometimes we don't send our best guy at 65 kilograms. I feel like there's a lot of times where I think our best competitor gets like upset in the trials, and I'm just worried that like we might not see Real Woods at the Worlds next year. And I think that is another problem why we struggle at 65 is because we never have anybody holding it down for a long time.
Well, I wouldn't be mad if they sent Joey McKenna.
Right, right.
Dude, Joey has amazing international wins.
Yeah.
It's just I don't think he can make the team.
No, no, it can't. Which sucks, but I mean, um, Sebastian Rivera, was he in this weight? He was, correct?
Yeah, he I believe
Lost. I think he lost in the quarter.
Yeah, I think he went 1-1.
Okay.
Or maybe 2-1. He yeah, I think he got who did he lose to?
He lost in a quarter. I'm almost positive.
But yeah, he didn't have a but he underperformed, especially I mean cuz uh, he got a medal in Paris. He was a bronze medalist. So
Yeah, but he's one of those gamers too. Like, and not that the world doesn't matter, because it does. But I mean, I think Olympic medal is a little more valuable than the world's. So
yeah, I would say so. All right, moving up. 70 kilos. Not a ton to touch on here.
hey,
PJ
before we move on, was Muskai wrestling 65 or 70?
70.
70. Okay.
So yeah, PJ Duke went 1-1. He lost to the same guy that beat Gomez, and the guy that I think he made the semis, and then I can't remember if he got bronze. Where was he from?
Uh, KAZ, so Kazakhstan, I think.
Kazakhstan.
Let's see how that dude did. Um, he took bronze.
Yeah, so Gomez and PJ Duke lost to the same guy. They didn't get pulled into the repechage though because he lost in the semi. So, which, man, while we're on the subject, can we just talk about how fucking crazy it is that you
That's a
get
world.
the best in the world together for a tournament and you don't have true wrestlebacks?
Yes, I say this all the time.
Well, wait, I remember when me and you were texting back and forth at the Olympics. I mean, even at the Olympics, it's insane to me.
Like the way international wrestling is ran is just like the rule changes and like remember they used to do like pools at the Olympics and you had to like get
Yeah,
out of your pool to get in the like what are we doing guys? Just put them in a 16 man and like let the chips fall where they fall.
yeah,
Like
and
even the
two bronzes.
yeah that as well. Like just have them wrestle. The winner gets bronze. Like yeah, it doesn't make sense. That's never made sense to me. Even like the seeding process, like they're seeded off of what do they call those tournaments? Ranking series, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like I don't know, maybe that's the best way to do it, but like the best guy is not always the one seed. Like I think we
Well,
all know.
that's kind of like what we were just talking about. I mean, like, okay, here's for instance, Joey McKenna goes to 3 ranking series tournaments in a calendar year. Okay, he accumulates points. So theoretically, if he were to go as our representative, he'd be maybe seated,
Yes.
but he doesn't make the team. Now, Real Woods did go to ranking series tournaments as well, so that's not the best example. But say,
He did it.
he didn't. Real Woods beats him, and then Real Woods is unseated. So I don't. I guess I didn't. I don't really know where I'm going with that.
I get exactly what you're saying. Like I don't know if we should just reward Railwoods for that or not, but also you could just get all the coaches together and just have a seating meeting like every other tournament in the world. You know what I mean? Like just base it off of who's got the best wins, who's got losses. Like it's pretty simple. I feel like our middle school tournaments in America know how to run a seating meeting. Why does the world not know how to?
Yeah, yeah. Well, they would need like a translator and stuff. I feel like it might be a lot of money actually.
I mean, yes and no. That I mean, you need those things for the worlds. You did like you know what I mean? Like you have to have a translator for the tournament itself too, right?
Yeah, but um, I guess I couldn't even tell you what happened in the Japan won.
70.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Takahashi,
Aogi or Ayagi. I'm not sure how you say it.
Aoyagi.
And that's the same dude that got into it in Muskayev, correct?
Yeah, so he beat Musakayev. That's another storyline. Ishmael Musakayev, DNP. Um, this was his first time at 70 on the at the World Championships. So I don't know. Maybe just his style isn't computing at 70. But yeah, Japan looked good. Aoyagi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Muskayev was basically punching him on the mat and then following him through the back tunnel. I mean, I obviously wasn't there. I don't know what actually happened, but there were some clips surfacing of it.
Yeah.
Love to see it. Everyone loves a little bit of chippiness. I also think, like you were saying about Muskayev, like it almost makes me think this is the end. You know what I mean? Like this might be his last. That might have been his last go at it.
Maybe.
Because you're moving up a weight, you're not competing as well. Like that's usually when things come to a close.
Yeah. But yeah, PJ Duke. I thought he looked good in the match for the first period against Kazakhstan. But
again, though, too, like this is a young
school.
kid, first time in senior worlds. Like these are lessons. Like this isn't it's not a bad performance. You know what I mean? He went out there and won a match. Like he didn't look bad. He lost, but he didn't look bad. I'm sure next time he's at the senior worlds, he'll have that experience. He'll wrestle better. I still think he's going to win the NCAA title this year at 157. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but I think he's that good.
Yeah, I just don't see how you couldn't put him out there for Penn State. I mean,
and I remember somebody was talking about like lineup synergy. Like it makes sense to wrestle PJ at 57, redshirt KSAC, and then KSAC go 57 next year, and PJ can move up next year. Because they were saying they don't think PJ can make 157 after this year, which makes sense. He looks pretty big.
But what about
Messenbrink?
Messenbrink goes up?
He would be gone by then? No?
Does he have one more year?
He lost to O'Toole as a freshman, or lost to Carr as a freshman. He won it last year. I guess you're right. Maybe they think PJ, because Haynes would be gone for sure.
All right, we could do an entire podcast about Penn State's lineup.
Yeah.
All right, moving forward. Sorry, I don't mean to be an asshole. But
No, you're good.
74 kilos, David Carr for the U.S. made it to the bronze medal match. Sadakov on the front side lost to Sherman Valiev of Albania in the semi, which is why David Carr had to wrestle him for bronze. Probably the worst draw for a bronze medal match you could probably imagine.
Seriously.
I mean, for the last 5 years or so, Sadakov was the best wrestler in the world, and he had him dead to rights. I was heartbroken.
I just want to see an American beat him. Like that's all I want. And like every time they're so close, and then he just finds a way, dude. He always does.
Dude, I was watching it with Stevan and his dad, and right when Sadakov hit that that short drag, sucker drag to get around, Steve, his dad, started screaming like right away. He just goes, quad pod. Because like, if you can just hold that quad pod for how many seconds was it? Like 5?
That, yeah.
Yeah. Then like, I feel like that would have been a better chance of like maybe escaping with the win over just like walking out of bounds. And I get it, like you're in the heat of it, you just want to get out of that situation. So that was like his first instinct, but it turned out to be the decider.
Yeah, I saw another, again, very armchair quarterback to say this. I saw another screenshot. It's like 10 or 11 seconds left. David Carr's kind of like in a front headlock with Sidakov's butt to the edge of the mat. And they were saying, like, at this point, if David Carr just bails and circles instead of trying to hang on that front headlock, like, he probably wins. You know what I mean? You can run for 10 seconds. And it's probably a good point. Now, again, heat of the moment, easier said than done to just make the right read. But what a heartbreaker, man.
Yeah, yeah, and especially it happening to David, who I think I've only met him one time, but he just seems like such a nice kid.
Yes.
But at the same time, I'm also just like, you know, if I'm the coach in this situation, I'm like, all right, let's learn from it because I feel like he's going to be back.
I hope so. I hope Messenbrink doesn't take him out or somebody like that. I mean, 74 kilograms is going to be loaded in the future. If those guys come down. I mean, you have like a Haynes that'll probably come down, at least for Olympic year. I would assume O'Toole would, maybe Hamidi. Yeah, I mean those are all young dogs, but yeah,
PJ
I
Duke
feel
is
like
only 18.
who's that?
PJ Duke is only 18.
Yeah, and he looks big for 70.
Yeah.
I at least feel validated because I think I predicted David Carr to win the whole thing, and like he didn't. He didn't even medal, but I think everybody that watched him wrestle knows that he could have.
Dude, yeah, he actually could have won it. I mean, he had
Yeah.
he had a 2 point match with Valiev.
And then lost on criteria at a Sidikov,
Yep.
who are two of the best pound for pound guys, let alone 74 kilograms.
And Valiev probably would have won it if he didn't get injured.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I agree. I think he would have.
70 and 74 were Japan?
Yes.
Wow.
Takahashi won for Japan.
Takahashi, okay. And it's kind of crazy that you get Takatani, who gets silver in Paris, and Japan's just like, all right, we got another guy.
And that is wild. Like American, like we can't do that. Like we can't say Lee's out this year. Like we're throwing Lillardall in there. He's gonna go win it. Like
yeah.
Yeah, dude. Makes you wonder what's in the water over there.
For real. Also, worth noting, the Olympic champ. I was just on his Instagram page today. I can't remember his name. You know who I'm talking about.
Jamalov?
Jamalov?
Yeah.
He was not in the bracket. So I think he was bad. I think he was battling an injury. So just worth noting.
Yeah. And that's the thing about these worlds. Like, and the Olympics happens too. Injuries are going to happen and stuff too. But like, not everybody is necessarily here, especially the year after an Olympic year. Like, guys that are making 57 all the time probably aren't going to make 57 for this. Like, they're going to wait until 2028 or stuff like that. So, I mean, no Ono, no Higuchi, back to Japan, but
yeah. Okay, 79 kilos.
Yeah.
Levi Haynes is a world silver medalist. I got to be honest, much like Riel Woods, I kind of wrote him off. However, I think I overlooked something about Levi that is the reason why he was able to make a run like that.
What's that?
I think that when you really break it down, Levi is always in good position. He doesn't take a ton of risks. And much like a lot of the other Penn State guys, he's got a gas tank and he just keeps coming. And I feel like that is like the worst nightmare for maybe someone like the guy he beat in the semis from Russia.
I agree. And I think there's one more bullet point you left out. He's so good at hand fighting. Mm-hmm. He will just hand fight the piss out of you for 7 minutes. And, like, he's not tired. And you are going to be gassed. And he's going to break you. Like, exactly what happened in the semi, basically. You know what I mean? Like, just gas tank.
Yeah. Just kind of broke that guy. And that was a world champ.
Yeah. Which is wild. I mean, again, not to push folk style over freestyle again, but this is a guy that didn't make the NCAA final this year. Like, took third in NCAAs and they're going to go take second in the world. Like, I'm not saying NCAAs is harder than worlds, but
I think that
No,
there's an argument to be had that like there's something about that tournament that is
thank you. Yes,
like the
I say this
toughest,
all the time.
like maybe the toughest like environment. Man, I just it's so unpredictable, that tournament, and like you have to be on 100%, maybe 110% for 5 matches in a row
Across 3 days,
across 3 days, making weight
across
each
three
day.
three weigh-ins. Yes, exactly.
I mean, it's just I love the NCAA tournament so much.
I mean, these are perfect examples of it. I mean, we have world team members and world medalists that have not won an NCAA title. I guess Levi won one, but not last year. But still,
Real Woods.
yeah, that's what I meant. Riel and Levi. I mean, Trent too. Trent
Trent.
Headlight never won one.
Trent. I can't wait to talk about Trent.
I know, I can't either. All right, let's get through 74. What else? What else happened at 74?
79.
Yeah, sorry.
Well,
70.
Levi lost in the finals to Greece. I'm not even going to attempt to get the name right.
No.
But
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that guy's actually from Greece. That looks like a Greek name, right?
yeah, I think he's from Greece. And Stevan knew a little bit about him. I was asking him about it. And he basically said maybe 2 or 3 years ago, he made a similar kind of run. So it wasn't like a surprise. Like Stevan was like, that guy's good.
Okay.
So
that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is so hard to follow all these international wrestlers, especially countries like Greece. Like, I wouldn't even guess to research Greece's senior world team.
I think he was saying that he beat Frank Chamizo.
Oh, okay.
And then the following match, he beat Kadi Magomedov, the
really
Belarusian.
All right, let's pull up this guy's Wikipedia. Let's see what he's done.
So yeah, I think it was. They were saying it was Greece's first ever world gold.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. I think you're right. He won European golds in 2022 at the same weight. He's a Paris Olympian. What else has he done? It looks like this is his first Worlds. At least his first Worlds that he medaled at for sure.
Okay, well then maybe it was in Paris that he did that.
Yeah, or maybe even, I mean, to win Europeans is pretty tough to win Euros. He won that in 22, and then he took second in 23. So.
Okay. So yeah. I didn't follow a ton of other storylines in that weight.
I didn't see a ton either. Kind of that weird tweener weight, like I don't know. It's just not Olympic weight. That's kind of how it goes sometimes.
86.
Oh yeah, 86.
So Zahid put on a fucking show. Did he give up a point?
No.
Did not give up.
Like 43-0 or something like that. 38-0. One of the two.
Because I thought he almost like gave up a step out in the final, right?
Yeah.
But I think they like reversed it.
Yeah, he shut him out.
Yeah.
He beat Gassimpur 7-0, and then he tech fault 12-0.
Yeah, he looked amazing against Gassimpur, and like, historically, second period Zahid kind of, I don't want to say fades. I'll be nice. He just kind of like does what he can to ride out the game.
Survive.
He was not in survival mode. He was still attacking. Like he looked amazing.
Yeah, at the end of the final, like you could one of those high crotches I remember looked like he was drilling. Like no resistance. It was just so perfectly timed and like perfectly finished that there was nothing that guy could do to stop it.
Well, and even when Japan got him in a front headlock, he legitimately, to end the match, that big kind of power bomb that he did.
Oh yes, on the edge.
Dude, he was on all fours in a front headlock, and he just reached and grabbed the leg, pulled it in, and lifted him up like it was nothing.
Yes, and then Ford him, bombed him.
I mean, whatever they're drinking in Stillwater.
Or whatever they're not drinking in Stillwater.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely not a ton to do there, though. So I feel like if I was living in Stillwater, I feel like I'd be drinking a lot.
Oh, I'm sure. But I don't know. There's a lot more to do that can get you in trouble in Tempe. That's for sure. Um, like you were saying, like we usually see Zahid fade, but I think that's the Tempe Zahid. I think there's a new version now. At least it looks
Yeah,
like
the
it.
new version of the world champ.
Yeah. I would say, and maybe I'm naive to say this, and I didn't follow one of these other international guys, but for me, I think that's the outstanding wrestler of the tournament. Right?
Yeah, I would think so. He didn't give up a point. He beat a two-time world champ, right?
Exactly. A
Yeah.
guy, and has does he have a world bronze before this? Is that correct?
Yeah,
At
but I
like
think it was at
92?
92.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's a little experienced, but never been in a world final before.
Um, yeah, I don't know how much else we can say about Zahid. He looked perfect. So
It's pretty cool to see too, especially we were talking about last week. All those Iranians that were commenting on his Instagram, King Cameron, all that stuff, and found a way to silence them. So we love to see it. Go America.
yeah, for sure. Although Iran beat us, did you see that?
Yeah.
How
We
did
had
they
such a
beat us?
like.
They just had like more medalists across the board, or what?
I guess I don't know. We can talk about it at the end, but like overall, what a weird performance from Team USA. It's like a weird mix, you know.
It was a performance that I was like kind of I expected a few medals like world and golds and stuff, but it was like the people that I didn't expect from them, you know.
Yes, I agree.
All right, 92, Trent Hidley.
Yes.
I'll let you kick this one off.
So I mean, Trent Headley, here's a guy that's been always falling short to basically legends, at least in his NCAA career. Lost to Brooks twice. Who else? At least twice at the NCAA tournament. Never won an NCAA title. Never. This is his first senior world team, correct? Got to be. Has to be.
Yeah, it is.
So first senior world championships, and I mean, like we said, just a guy that's always fallen short, and he finally breaks through in one of the coolest ways ever. Gets kind of a second chance in the final on a brick toss. I actually saw a clip of him saying like he said a little prayer to like give me one more chance, like that's all I need or something when he's out there on the mat. Obviously, he got that chance and he made the most of it. Came back and won 13-0 for the gold medal.
No, it was
I'm sorry, 13-10. I read that
yeah,
wrong.
10. It was 10-2 at one point, so he was down 8
Yes.
points, I think, at the break.
Yes, you're right. He was down 10-2, comes back and wins 13-10.
11
Just
unanswered points.
yes, just ridiculous. That video of him like falling on his back and then like slapping his face, electric. Like Trent Headley in general is just always kind of electric.
Dude, and like it's 92 kilos. It's not like the most high flying action. Dude, he was hitting some slick shit.
Yes, just underhook, dude. It's just unstoppable.
I always think back to with Hidway. I always think back to there was a photo because I'm a photographer and I follow a lot of other wrestling photographers, and there's one picture that I think of sometimes when it comes to Hidway, where that second time his last year at NC State, where he loses to Brooks in the finals, and obviously it was a close match. And he's walking away from the podium after they do the podium, and he is just bawling. And just, I think about that because then I'm like, okay, so then he goes to Final X. He makes the team. And so that's where I kind of like, I was thinking in my head, like, good for him. You know? He could never he can never win NCAAs, but you know what? He made that world team, and that's awesome. And that's kind of where it ended for me. I didn't really think. I thought maybe he could get a medal. I didn't think he was going to win it though. And to see him go through and make the finals and then win in that fashion was incredible. Like I was so happy for him, and this is someone I've never met.
I agree completely. Seems like a nice guy. Seems like he works his ass off. Always falling short. Like you got to root for somebody like that. I saw another thing too. I think on that same clip about him praying, like he was in the back room or the back hallway or whatever after he won, and they were coming up to him, and I think he said something like, "You ever seen some psycho shit like that?" And that's pretty hard. Like that's pretty hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just I don't know. He's probably gonna grow like as more of a fan favorite now, but he's always kind of been that way. I think. I mean, when you eat a sandwich on the wrestling mat, you're gonna be known for that. But
Dry ass sandwich.
dry, gotta be the driest sandwich of all time. But yeah, a hell of a tournament from him. It just makes me think like, so where does he go come 2028? 86, 97?
I feel like he's a little too small for 97. Zahid is still going to be relevant in 28 at 86. Yes. And I feel like Brooks will be back too.
And Snyder will probably try to make another run at it, if I had to guess.
Probably. I feel like in 2028, though, Snyder's time will be running out.
I would agree.
And this is nothing against him. I just feel like that's the way life works.
I would agree.
Yeah. And, yeah, so, yeah, I guess moving forward, I'm not sure. I feel like he's probably brimming with confidence now after he just became a world champ. Yeah, so happy for him. I remember we were watching it, and when they flipped that, so it was supposed to be 10-0, but then they changed it to 10-2, right?
Yep.
So they gave him the 2, and heading into the break, and Steve was literally, he looked at me, he was like, Trent's going to win this. Because I think he could just see the writing on the wall, like that guy was just fading.
You can see body language for sure. Definitely, like, I think he scored like one takedown at the beginning of the second, and you could see his opponent was just real slow to come back to the center. You know what I mean? And
yeah, he's taking his time, dude.
Yeah, adjusting the socks, making sure the laces are good, that type of thing. And yeah, it's almost like, I don't know, not to say I'm Trent Headley, but like I'm sure Trent Headley could smell it out there. You know what I mean? Like you can sense it when somebody's breaking. Like, and I'm sure his coaches are yelling the same thing. And yeah, man, great to see. We can't say it enough. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was. Also, from a more technical standpoint, I think it was either, what was it, when Trent shot in and he got forward in the first period, and he did like the chest wrap and like threw him over. It was so close to being, like, I feel like in the first period, Trent was like inches away from scoring the entire time, and then when he was able to get that second chance in the second, he was like, he literally made like those micro adjustments.
I'd agree. I'd say this, like the way they called that 4, I thought they were going, like he was going to lose the challenge at one point when he got basically the same position, basically gets chest wrapped through again, but they ended up giving the points to Trent this time. Mm-hmm. I thought if the calls were consistent, that should be points for the other guy as well. Now, I'm glad they weren't, for sure. Like, I love the call, but I thought it was the wrong call, honestly.
Yeah.
But again, that's freestyle. It's so subjective that I could sit here and say that was the wrong call, and 4 other guys can say it was the right call, and we could both know what we're talking about.
Yeah, dude. Freestyle is like so like infuriating. Like it just makes you like frustrated.
1,000%. 1,000%.
All right, 97.
Yes, sir.
Kyle Snyder is back, and he won world gold. What'd you think?
What a year for this guy. I mean, roller coasters, that's for sure. But like you said, just like a wrestler does, puts his head down, claps hands, just gets back to wrestling.
Yeah, it was like a complete joke when I said it, but like it really does ring true.
And that's exactly what he did. Like, that is exactly what he did. I'm kind of disappointed that he didn't wrestle Tazadinov, or at least, I guess, beat Tazadinov. Tazadinov is in the bracket, took 3rd. I don't know. I would like to see him avenge that loss eventually. Tazadinov did not necessarily look like the same Tazadinov we saw dismantle Sajlayev and Snyder.
Yeah.
He actually, who did he lose to? Tazadinov.
He lost to Iran in the semis.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. As a Pura, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they lost 5-2 in the semi, which is pretty shocking to see, I would say. Um, and then for Snyder to go beat a guy that just beat him. I mean, I know it doesn't transitive property doesn't necessarily work in wrestling, but it definitely means something. Like he didn't win a bracket with scrubs, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Cassidy was in the
So
bracket.
my whole thing with that is like, I know that we bitch about, no wrestlebacks and things like that, or two bronzes, and what you said, I wish he would have wrestled Tazadinov, and I agree, but at the end of the day, this was just like a normal bracket play. You know,
True,
he, he lost on the other side, and that's it, right?
true,
Just the way it
true.
goes sometimes.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
I guess what I mean was I wish Tazadinov won in that semi.
yeah, yeah, okay,
You know what I mean? But a win's a win, bro. Like he was on top of the podium either way. So
yeah.
um,
I
good for him, man. Like I don't know. Everyone deserves some form of redemption. I don't think this guy's like a monster or anything, you know. So
no,
good for him. Um, anything else at this weight?
no. I just think. Well, it's also worth noting that I believe I was watching the match. He was losing with about. It was short time,
Yeah,
and he got that. I think he got. Was it a takedown or a push out?
it was a takedown, I
Yeah,
think.
takedown. Yeah. So he kind of clutched up, which was cool. It's obviously, it's awesome to see that from U.S. guys. So
Yeah, and then another point here that I just remembered: go back and watch Tazudinov's bronze medal match. It is a banger. I think final score is like 13-11, 13-10, something like that. It was a good match.
yeah, so I was actually I had it on, and it was kind of just in the background while I was doing other stuff because I was waiting for Snyder. But yeah, I saw that scoreboard, and I'm
Hmm.
gonna have to go back and watch that full match.
Yeah, it was a good match.
Um, all right, wrapping it up. 125.
Yeah, sadly this one's kind of short. Um, yeah, Wyatt. I mean, for lack of better terms, Wyatt got rolled, which sucks because we thought he was gonna go possibly win it or compete at least. You know, at least go get a medal or something. Um,
Well,
but
okay,
again,
so I have a
like,
question for you. I have a question for you.
go ahead.
First reaction: are you more like bad performance, or he's not the guy?
Bad performance.
Really?
I would say. You think he's not the guy?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I guess I'm
I.
leaning towards that a little more.
This is my logic. Air Force is a Division I wrestling program, so no shade at Air Force. But Wyatt Hendrickson's from Kansas, some random town in Kansas, and then he went to Air Force. He has never been in a room like he's in right now until he got to Oklahoma State. He's not. It's not like he's the protege that Jax Forrest was or that PJ Duke was. That these guys have been training seriously to be the best in the world for their whole life, you know. And maybe I'm discrediting Wyatt Hendrickson's training, but he's only been working with these guys for about a year and a half. Like I think he's still got.
Everything you just said, I agree with.
I think he's still got room to grow. I don't want to write him off quite yet. Um, but you could be right. You could be right. But just I don't know. I think it's a little bit of rookie jitters, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? This is his first world tournament. It's not easy to go out there and just win right away. So
That's true. That is true. Um,
but give me your rebuttal.
my rebuttal to that, uh, I just feel like regardless of it being his first world competition, I mean, it's he's been in the biggest match possibly ever.
Ever.
So I feel like maybe rookie jitters is kind of a cop out.
Okay.
But I do agree with what you said. That training has only been going on for a year, maybe a little more.
Year and a half,
Year and a
maybe.
half.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think you're right. I think maybe his ceiling. I think there's still some yet to be seen. But I think Paris is coming back, right?
It sounds like it. Yeah.
So I mean, he's gonna have some more. He's gonna have more adversity making another world team than he did this year.
I guess maybe the reason I want to have more faith in Wyatt is like maybe I'm writing off Paris too quick too, but where I feel like we already know he's not the guy.
Who, Paris?
Yeah. So like
I it's so funny the way things work because in Paris, Mason Paris, in Paris at the Olympics, I feel like he just had a bad tournament, like bad performance.
oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think he's legitimate. I mean, he's a world medalist,
Fair.
so
Fair.
I think he's. I mean, as of right now, on paper, he is the guy more than Wyatt Hendrickson.
That's true. That's true. I don't know. Maybe it's because you went to Michigan, but it's hard for me to believe or believe in or root for Mason Paris. It just is.
You're like, yeah, but he's fucking Mason Blue. What the fuck? Yeah, no, I actually, yeah, okay. All right, one more. So that was it. That's the whole up and down kit and caboodle. I did want to
Let's throw in there too that Zare wanted a heavyweight. I don't know anybody else in this weight other than Zare from Iran, but yeah, I would throw that in there. That's kind of a household name, I would say.
Yeah. So he was silver in Paris. I think he lost to Geno.
Yeah, he lost to Geno, and I think he beat Geno at the Worlds before that. If I remember right.
He did this.
Yeah.
And then Geno did it back to him.
Yes.
Which is sick.
Sick. I agree.
Okay. One more thing I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
Which I'm not taking a side. I just thought this was noteworthy that there were no medalists from the U.S. that were competing for other countries.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So, and I know two of them wrestled each other. I think RBY beat Darian Cruz.
I think you're right.
Yeah. But there were other ones in there. Am I crazy or was Dylan Chauver wrestling in there?
Yeah, for Puerto Rico, I think.
Yeah. Which I feel like in years past, I feel like we've represented that category well with like, okay, Paris, or not Paris, well, Seabass, in Paris, or like Miles Amin in Tokyo, right? Or
there's almost always somebody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Are you, when you say you aren't taking a side, does that mean you're fully taking the side that they should stay in America?
No. No, I'm being dead serious. Like, I just thought it was interesting.
Okay. It would be cool if we could make like trades. So we could be like, all right, Mexico, you can take Spencer Lee. We want Roman back.
Dude, but the caveat is like he has to train in Mexico.
He has to like assimilate to the culture. He has to get like a Mexican family, and
like Brands goes down there with him. He's like, instead of Tom, it's Tomas.
That's so funny. Or the only ones that I guess you said Darian Cruz too. Seabass, RBY, Austin Gomez. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else. Wasn't Labriola out there?
Yeah.
For Puerto Rico as well, I think.
Yeah. Ben Hannes.
What is he? Italy or France?
I think Italy. Yeah. Or
okay.
Maybe some. Fuck, I'm not sure.
One of the two.
Yeah, one of those. But honestly, it was a solid performance. We ended up getting second in the team race. So
first losers. Not bad, but not good either.
Yeah. I mean, I'm more happy about this than I was after the Olympics, for sure.
That's true. But the big thing about the Olympics for me was like there was a lot of hype. Like we thought everybody could win.
Yeah, we thought everybody could like legitimately win the Olympics.
Yeah, and they couldn't, which sucks. But I don't know. I mean, overall, pretty good performance. It sucks. Like we said earlier, like Lee should have won it at least going in. We thought. nobody really expected Trent Hidlay to win. I think everybody assumed Tazadinov would win Snyder's weight. So I don't know, mixed results.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks like Mikey Labriola made it to the round of 16, where he lost to the Iranian. Not sure what happened after that.
What weight was he at?
79.
Okay.
He tech falled India in the round of 32, and then he lost his next match.
All right. He, I guess while we're on here, we should probably touch on Helen Arulis just won Worlds again. So
Yeah, and that is a great match to go watch too. I mean, she clutched it up right at the end. It's funny, she like basically took the words out of my mouth. I was about to right at the end. She's like in on a single leg. This other girl kicks away, and I was about to say like, you have to finish that. That was your only chance. And then right as I say that, she attacks again and scores. So
wasn't it like an inside trip?
yeah.
Did she had like the 2-on-1?
I don't remember. I have to go back and watch, but it was like an inside trip to basically like a double.
Yeah, that was clean. Yeah, she looked good. Yeah, Valiant representing, right?
Yes. Pablito wrestles with her almost every day.
Nice.
Angel was in her corner too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
All right. You got anything else?
I think we're good.
I think so too.
What else? What's next on the docket?
Coming up next, I mean, there's a few preseason high school tournaments, and then in October they have U23s. We could probably touch on.
Yeah,
anything?
we should. I mean, we'll talk about it more after this, but we should start talking about college, like preseason stuff, like maybe like previews and stuff.
Yeah, we could definitely get into that. And before November, we could probably touch on RAF because that was kind of fun.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. Or RAF 2 or whatever.
Yeah. I knew what you meant.
Actually, they're always coming out with matchups. Did you see that?
Yeah, and I should have dug it out of him, but somebody at Valiant was like, "Oh, I can't say that," like out loud, and I was like, "Can't say what?" And he was like, "I know who's going to be on the next RAF card if he doesn't get surgery." So I have no idea who that could be, what that could mean, but if anybody's got an idea, let me know. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this, but yeah, I don't know.
Also, I mean, did you see this?
What was that, Snyder Paris?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
But like, they totally missed the opportunity. Why aren't they doing Wyatt in Paris?
That almost makes me think Wyatt said no, right?
I mean, somebody said no.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that is a kind of a bad look to build something up and then be like, all right, we're gonna replace him with this guy that's at a different weight.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. We can get into that. I can talk for a while about that. But
yeah, that's a story for another time.
All right. Well, that is episode 11 of the Legalize Stalling podcast. As always, thank you all for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Crossbow, you got anything?
I was thinking about this today, super random, but I'm gonna give a shout out to Shane Tucker because I know he's gonna listen to this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's my pop, for those that don't know.
Yep. Shout out Shane.
All right.
All right. This is.